Ryan Little. Ryan Little. Brian Little. Brian Little.
No! First one? First one? Oh, no! Come on! Come on! You're still alive! You're still alive! No! Oh, come here. Eat. Get rid of it! Eric coming in like every night. Light him up.
Jack it up.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Shiny! 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 We have to get Merlin. We have to get Merlin. What is it? What is it? What is it? Water orb, I have this. Done. Tabby, go. Whoa! Oh my God!
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I see for the count?
Our marriage.
Mic check. Mic check. Microphone check. Check 2 1 2. What you're gonna do when we're live with a special Wizarding Wednesday, aka Merlin Monday, for you bars. Ooh, okay. We got checks, we got mics, and we got all the checkity checks mix, checks, all of them. It's so crazy. It still amazes me to see all the mics and the checks like 5 years later. We've been saying this. Well, 5+ years later, but like it still amazes me. I love it. I love it. But yeah, we got the mic checks from Perez, you know, Parrish, Trisha, Dan. So live, I checked. Dan and the Chosen One. Trisha, it's been a minute. Moon Lily gave Stargazer, Merlin himself, Amelia with the shinies. I love the reaction. And of course, Stargazer Ghost Steps over on Twitch alongside KP Bedman and Trisha. Celebrated 34 months Patronus Squad. Only 2 months, 2 more months left until 3 years. Yo, let me get an OG member highlight right here. Oh my gosh, Patronus Squad, thank you guys. How about them go? Boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna puff my chest. Let me tell you something. How about them Cowboys? Oh my gosh. That's like the only thing I can celebrate this year about the Cowboys. Oh my gosh. And of course, hey Phantom over on Twitch and PS Phantom. What's good? Lee's here, Twim's here, Moon Lily, Show Squad. But yeah, 00 and Cowboys. It's been a while since I've been able to tune in live. Hey, Deverell, what's good? Twim with the Hey James. What's up, Twim? I'm excited for Hogwarts Legacy 2. Yeah, me too. Whenever we get it. But I'm excited about the potential for sure. Hey, good to be here. Been a while. Demigod Hades. It has been a while. What's good? Good to see y'all, man. Yeah, we got a surprise stream today. Potterhead Mando with the Yo's. What's good? But speaking of Yo's, yo, this your boy James over at XpectoGO. Bring you guys the latest and greatest. And Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, Harry Potter games, Harry Potter merchandise, Harry Potter stores, Harry Potter TV shows, Harry Potter movies, Harry Potter theme parks, Harry Potter everything. Today we have a special Wizarding Wednesday, aka Merlin Monday. And that's due to the fact that we have Thanksgiving in the United States here on Thursday, and we have a lot of family coming over and doing stuff. So, in order to prepare for that and be considerate of those of you guys who might be traveling, we decided to do a fun live stream and a little fan Q&A live stream today, as we affectionately call it, Merlin Mondays, whenever we had to change from Wizarding Wednesdays. And we're going to have some fun, and it's just, you guys are going to be running it as if you guys don't already run it normally. But you guys are going to be running it with the questions you guys have concerning Wizarding World, whether it's Hogwarts Legacy 2, Hogwarts Legacy MMO, the TV show, or any other things under the Potterverse standpoint. And even if you guys have any questions regarding us, hit me up. We'd love to hear from you. Hey, Any Meanie. I seen Tom Felton this weekend, Broadway. Oh my gosh. Yo, Any Meanie celebrated 4 months Patronus Squad. Any Meanie, I'm so jelly. Please share your photos in Discord. And speaking of sharing, make sure you guys share some love over there. She plays Fortnite over on her Twitch. Show some love. And with Harry Potter getting Fortnite soon, I think. She might be the place to check out some great content, so go show some love. Thanks for the Patronus Squad re-up over there. Hey, Fruitylicious! Happy belated birthday. Well, I already wish you a happy birthday. I sent you some Bojangles email. I got to send you actually some Bojangles, but what up, Fruitylicious? Hardest working cat in LA. Good to see you. This show, yeah, Eternal Remorse getting hyped over as well. Itching for a new game, even any kind of hints would scratch that itch, says Deborah. I know. I need something. Hi, James. Hogwarts Legacy 2 will be amazing. Christian, yeah, agreed. Everyone, how you doing here? But have quite a lot of work with my last hour of the day. The Nebula, thank you for being here and showing emotional support. But please don't get fired. Knock out your work. We'll be here in Patronus in Replay Squad. But thank you. It's good to see you. Hope your Monday's going well. Even before all the work. Do you think Hogwarts Legacy continuation the character? Ooh, we'll get into those questions. Yeah, I need to visit Norfolk just for you guys, though. Yeah. We'll show you around town. Show you all the sights, for sure, Jay. Traveling man. LC. Jays. What's up, LC? Always coming in with the Jays. Changed. Doesn't show our names anymore, just our username. Yeah. They switched it up a little bit. YouTube's doing some updates. But yeah, it's still the same thing. Have we got any updates about WB who is circling to buy them out? No updates. Apparently, it's still the big three. Paramount, Universal, and Netflix. Even though Netflix said they really aren't. But those have been the ones Variety, I believe, or Forbes reported on recently. And I say recently as of last week. I can bring it up. That's a hiss. You gotta hiss that, Jays. I'm a Hufflepuff. We ain't hissing nothing, Harley. Really, this is nothing. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, comments, thoughts, just overall, and you want to ask your boy, I'm gonna put it up right here in the Discord in YouTube chat. And if you're over on Twitch watching, feel free to post your questions in the chat there. And I'm just gonna say, ask me anything. That doesn't mean I'm gonna answer anything, but you're gonna ask me anything. I'm gonna put that right there. So we are live with the questions. Feel free to fill that up. Hey James, you end up starting playing the old PS1 games. Amelia, great question. I actually just did an update about that on Patronus Squad. Actually, I posted with them. So, oh, here we go. Real quick. I'm having Patronus Squad pick the date. I'm looking at December 1st, which would be actually a week from today, or December 6th, which would be the following Saturday. But I just completed like buying all of them. I'm still trying to get the ones on PS3, specifically the 360 ones I have, and PS2, because I'm a PlayStation guy. But I do have my PlayStation 3 and 2. So, and I'd rather own them on that. But for now, these are the ones I will be playing on. So we'll be breaking it down. It'll start sometime next week. But we'll do the first two. What is this? Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets on PS1, which I do know works. I have to test out the Xbox 360, and of course I have to test out the GameCube ones to make sure I can stream those. I know the PS1's games I can stream, but these I have to test out. So I'll be testing it out sporadically throughout the holiday weekend. But I just got all of these because I could go on eBay, but they just take long sometimes. So I've been running around. There's a lot of retro stores we have around here, and I've been trying to hit those up. So for sure. But yeah, great question, Amelia. As long as I stay on it, I'm good. I'd have to do something major to get. Okay, please don't get it. I like the long sleeve. It's become like my uniform now, Jay. Shout out to Jay. He got me this one. The kids still rock theirs per usual as well. Repping the Hufflepuff and I got Hufflepuff on the back. Right there. So yeah, I love this thing. So comfy. Jay, supporting our Harry Potter merch habit since what, 2019. Oh my gosh. So I have a theory for our character. Demigod, put it in the questions tab so I won't lose it. Put it in the questions tab so I won't lose it. I love that theory because I would love to expound upon it. I'm finally going to pay for a PlayStation Network and Switch account. What? Do it. You have to be able to play, I think, Quidditch Champions for free if you do that as well. Spelling the Wizarding World of Muggle World. I just bought the 2003 Peter Pan soundtrack. Oh, eBay going back. Yo, that's my favorite Peter Pan of all time. Hook is like right there as well, but that's my favorite Peter Pan live movie of all time. I like the Disney one. I know that's problematic, but I do like the Disney one. There's a Hogwarts Legacy theory channel on the Discord. Yeah. Post the theory here as well, but post it in Discord, Demigod. Apparently, the season 2 of HBO is currently being written. Yeah, I saw that. Season 2 is already being written and approved. So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be exciting. Chamber of Secrets, bro. More lore. Give it to me. Buying all physical copies of my favorite movies. Yeah, physical is everything. And the garage sale is next week, so don't be surprised if something arrives on the door. I'm never surprised anymore, Jay. That long sleeve is tough. Thank you, Perez. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you're over on Twitch again, feel free to write out your questions. We're going to start tackling these questions I have for you guys right quick and knock these out, man, and explore the discussions and explore finishing up my 10 questions I had brought to you guys' attention last week. I think we only covered like the first 2 or 3 because we took so long. So we're going to get into the rest of them. So these are the other questions I want to talk to you guys about here on the second one. We're going to talk about this as well. So a lot of hanging out, you know, and we have a special chocolate frog for a special Wizarding Wednesday, aka Merlin Monday, and we're going with the OG traditional one. Since I wasn't able to run and get the normal ones, so we got a traditional one. So we usually get a Hogwarts founder, which I need me a Helga Hufflepuff, so we'll do that at the end of the stream. Elfster, yes, I posted it in the Patronus chat, Fruitylicious, Jay. I posted it in Patronus Squad chat, and it should be in the memberships. So Jay, you should see it under the post tab on my YouTube, on the YouTube channel. You should see it there. What are your thoughts on audiobooks? I like it, but have thoughts on some decisions they made. Funny enough, if Sue doesn't get here, if Sue doesn't like decide to come in, I want to at least have her come quickly to share her thoughts, because she has opinions. She has opinions about the audiobooks, and I was surprised. But then when she started talking, I was like, wait, I'm not surprised anymore. So I'll just say that. Me, I love it. I think it's perfection. I think this is the way to listen to the audio books. Like, this is the definitive way to listen to the story and get the story as it was told by J.K. without any iterations or creative liberties, people will say. Hey, Hillary. Hello, all. What's up, Hillary? AKA, you know you are. How's recovery? Sue has a review. Yeah, Sue. And it makes so much sense now. And I hadn't thought about it the way she brought it up. So I can give a Cliff Notes version if I can't get her in here, because I know she has some stuff to do after. Because she's not even home yet. So, yeah. I plan to listen to book 1 again, says Mr. Meow. What's up? Patronus Squad, when they release book 2. Yeah. Sue's a book queen. She has a definite opinion, and I'm here for it. Yeah. She, I mean, she's a Gryffindor. Her opinions are strong. So, can't wait. And you fans should be used to it by now, or rather the huge, man, you. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let's start with the first question. And again, if you're on YouTube, we have the questions tab open in the chat, so post your stuff there. Any theories, thoughts, questions you have for us personally, if we can answer, we'll try to. And if you're on Twitch, let us know. So we're going to go with the first one I think we saw in here. I think it was for Perez. Hope you and Sue have a happy Thanksgiving, James. Thank you, Perez. Wishing us a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving as well, those who are going to be celebrating. What is some of your favorite Thanksgiving food? Much love. This is a great one to start out with. What is my favorite Thanksgiving food? And chat, feel free to let me know yours. I don't mind reading it off. Sue's mac and cheese, with some pepper jack in it. Sue's mac and cheese, it goes hard. Auntie Anne, not Auntie Anne's. I think it's Miss Smith's rolls. My grandma's banana pudding. My uncle's stuffing. And then my grandmother's also collard greens. They just, and then my other grandmother's cabbage. May she rest in peace. Those are some of like my favorite dishes. Now, I haven't had those in a while because we've been spending time with Sue's family. So outside of the mac and cheese, I rarely get the things I grew up with, because we do Thanksgiving with Sue's side and then we do Christmas with my family. So yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you, by the way. Zachary, thank you. Would love to hear your opinions. I don't want to mention any potential spoilers though. Quincy, just put Quincy, just put it in the chat in the Ask Me Anything thing. I'm working unfortunately. I hope we can choose one career in the Ministry of Magic, says who is that? Christian. Yeah. Speaking of Sue, I'm a Gryffindor as well. Zachary, I didn't know that. Let's go. Thursday and Friday are both paid holidays at Universal, so I'm here for the money. Paris says, my mom's sage stuffing. Going back to the food question, Thanksgiving food from Perez. I'm from Australia, so we don't do Thanksgiving, but my sister-in-law is from Florida. She makes an amazing green bean casserole. Speaking of green bean casserole, Count says green bean casserole as well. I've had like one good green bean casserole, but it's not the norm. But I hear it's really good. Hey, everyone, says Marley. Patronus Squad, what's up? What's good? Let me see. If Hogwarts Legacy 2 is tied to HBO series, do you think it will come out? Ezio, I gotta write that down. Again, put your questions in the thing so I don't lose it, because then I'm going to go back. So SEO about the Hogwarts Legacy 2 tied to HBO, put it in the questions tab at the very top so I don't miss it, because I really want to answer that question, because I have thoughts on that one too. Stargazer, again, going back to the food, my grandma's old fruit salad recipe, which is ambrosia parfait, which is my favorite. Thanksgiving just isn't the same without her here. Yeah. Lumos to all those, and thinking of one particular mod today who just shared some news about a family member passing on today. So yeah, it's hard to have Thanksgiving without those loved ones, especially when you have so many memories of them on the holiday and their food. Food is another way to memorize, or at least have their memory pass on. So yeah. James, do you know why green bean casserole is not our thing? Wait, I don't know this one. Jay, I don't know this one. You might have to teach me. I don't know this one. Why is it not our thing? My mom makes a pear jelly mold that I love. Canadian though, so our Thanksgiving was a month ago. Pear jelly mold? What? I never even heard of that. I've never even heard of that. That's crazy. Pear jelly mold? Too true. I've had two cousins I was raised with who passed this year. I'll be remembering them both. There you go. Check your phone. Jay. Don't say me no foolishness, VC. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. True idiot. Truthful idiot, but you're an idiot. Oh my gosh. You can't go wrong with good food and good music. Facts. Let me see. I'm sure they are feasting well in another place. There you go. Slim Pickens. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wizarding Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate. From Chris. Wait, they don't have your name, so it's just your ads. Wait, so who's Marley? Or Marley Breast? Who's Marley? And who's Master Burn Sports? Wait, because they just have you guys handles. I know Fruitylicious. Always been Fruitylicious. This is crazy. Martin! Martin! He's the man. Okay, Martin. Okay. Wait, so I know Eternal is Becky. I'm trying to think. There was one I didn't know either. Because they're all mods. So I was like, how do I not know the... There it is. Dylan. There it is. 40 bucks for Trotter Squad. Yo. Let's go. Gotta go, guys. Doctor appointment. Talk to you soon. Potterhead Manda. Hope the doctor's appointment goes well. Thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of your week. I'll see you in the replay squad. YouTube trying to confuse everyone. I know, right? I know. It's so crazy. All right, but yeah, I would say those would be like my go-to foods for Thanksgiving in regards to like my favorites. Always enjoy like a good fried turkey as well, dark meat, and yeah. Oh, my Aunt Vet's deviled eggs. Deviled eggs go hard as well. Yeah, they go ahead. Does that mean I'm iconic? Fruitylicious, yes. We've known you by your name for the longest time, bro. Fruitylicious, known by the name. Paris, same, known by the name. Stargazer, known by the name for a while. Like all the mods, just about known by their like handles on YouTube. Sweet potato marshmallows are so good. I can't do marshmallows. Yams, yes, I'll do yams. Mashed potatoes with cream cheese is my go-to. Ooh, Zinewar, I like it. Patrona Squad. Pasteless and potato salad. Ooh. Let me see. I mean, the classics. The bird, the stuffing, stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the classics. I love it. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to smash the like button if you guys enjoying the stream so far. All right, next question. We got... let me see. Oh, it goes from the top. Duh. Do you think we'll start Hogwarts Legacy 2 as wanted by the Ministry in connection to the death of Fig, and we have the choice to either clear our name or embrace the dark side? This question is from 00. And I think this was... I know I talked about this theory a while back during the Wizarding Wednesday live stream, but I can't remember if I put it in video form or not. But this was... I know... I don't think we'll be wanted. I did throw out the undesirable number 1 theory for the sequel, with us having the same things deal with us, with our character going through the same things Harry went through in the Order of the Phoenix. So, for example, I'll go over like correlations. First, Harry is there in the Order of the Phoenix and telling everybody who would listen, hey, Voldemort's back and Cedric died by the hands of Voldemort, right? Nobody believes him. The Ministry is trying to cover it up. Same with us, if we're doing a correlation. Hey, Fig died because Ranrock's threat was real. Remember, in the Daily Prophet at the beginning of Hogwarts Legacy, Ranrock being a threat, they asked, was it true or was it gobbledygook? So a lot of people still weren't taking this threat like seriously, and especially since the threat was so isolated in the Highlands and Lowlands of Scotland near Hogwarts, everybody in London's like, what are y'all talking about? So then we're saying the threat is real and Ranrock was a real thing, was killed, Fig was killed by Ranrock, and that ancient magic is real. And maybe the Ministry is trying to cover it up. So that's where you see the two correlations between Harry from the Order of the Phoenix and our character, possibly in the sequel. And I think that would be a great premise in going back to the choices that we all want to have. Do we embrace this false narrative that the ministry has thrown out there saying that, hey, ancient magic is not back. This kid is going crazy, talking crazy. They're trying to hide ancient magic. Do we embrace that false narrative and just go ham and go dark? Or do we try to clear our name, prove that ancient magic is back, and go light? So I hope that's the case, because I think emotionally, narratively, I think it's the next best way to continue the story, especially having correlations between Order of Phoenix, Harry, and our character in the sequel. Harry was isolated. Us being isolated outside of our companions makes sense because we don't have Fig, who was our mentor and who was the one who brought us on. And so that isolation, I think, would be fun to explore narratively and emotionally with our character as well. And so there's a lot of correlations I would love to see drawn from the Order of Phoenix all the way to with our character in the sequel. But yeah, 00. I hope so. Now, what chance we have of seeing it? I think it would be under 25%, just because I think narratively they might go a completely different way, and they might even have a better way of doing things. But I think a lot of us want to see choices, and I think having the ministry have us or paint us as a bad guy like they did Harry would make a lot of sense. Let me see. Pumpkin pie for dessert, yes. Hey, I'm late. Which was is never late, Micah. Good to see you. I think the ministry says Moon Lily would be very annoyed a kid has so much power and getting mixed up with huge events like the Goblin Rebellion. I agree. I totally agree. Chris Clutch changed his name. What's up, guys? Becky agrees. What if ancient magic is related to the Curse Vaults from Hogwarts Mystery? There's so much stuff they can pull, not just from Hogwarts Mystery, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, but Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Like, narratively, there's so much stuff they can pull from, but that would be cool. Because it's a big thing for Merlin in Hogwarts Mystery. Like, he's all about the vaults. So I would love that. And I already think the PKU, I'm sorry, is a thing. PKU, Portkey Games universe, just like the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think the PKGU, whatever you want to call it, is a thing because we've seen at least Wizards Unite and Hogwarts Mystery, for example, have similarities narratively, and so I would love to see that. Let me see what if magic's related to the, but yeah, that's a good question. Talking about the veil, what if we're able to see you? Perhaps put that down. Put that in the thing. 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 I gotta answer that. I'm sorry for the weird noise. Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. Put that in the questions there. Because the veil, my gosh, the veil has, it's like sitting there perfectly for Avalanche Software to play with and to use with our ability to use ancient magic and go to these dimensions in different areas and stuff like, put it in there. Put it in there. Let me see. But thanks 00 for the question. This is from Devril Draws. Which game do you think they will tease first, the Hogwarts Legacy 2 or the online RPG? I think it has to be the sequel. I don't think they're anywhere near ready for the MMO or the online RPG. For those of you guys who don't know, Avalanche Software is making a second game. This is confirmed by the game director, Jared Burbach, and a bunch of the job postings from Avalanche Software. They're making the second game. And the second game is an online multiplayer RPG. That is the exact quote describing the game. And it's within the Harry Potter universe. We call it Hogwarts Legacy MMO for now because Avalanche is making it. Avalanche Software is making it. And so it's just easy to correlate between the two. But between which one is going to be teased, the Hogwarts Legacy MMO or the Hogwarts Legacy sequel, Hogwarts Legacy 2, I believe for sure. just because they already had the groundwork laid out. They were already working on the DLC for the first game, and we know they've been writing it, or at least hiring writers for it. Whereas with the MMO, I believe they're still hiring, and this looks to be from the ground up. So it is the process, the development process seems like it would take longer, just because they were working with create it from scratch, whereas Hogwarts Legacy Sequel, the foundation's already there thanks to the first one. So I'll put my money on the sequel. If anybody else has anything different, let me know. I'm excited to play Hogwarts Legacy 2. Online would be fire, though. Slim Pickens, yeah, I'm playing that joint. Fingers crossed we get a teaser for Hogwarts Legacy 2 in 2026. Yeah. Becky, we need something, bro. We need something, Becky. Any portraits of Fig? Ooh. LC, there's no way. There's no way. That would be interesting, though. If there was. But there's no way. What if more Veil Archers in the way? Moon Lily, any Veil stuff, put it in the thing. Put it in the thing. Anything. Oh my gosh. What if we see? Yeah. Lurking while I cook. A little clean hands to type with. Okay. Steph A, thanks for coming in here. And I'm glad you're excited about the controllers. I'm so excited. We got 3 new sponsors. 3 different sponsors from games. Not outside of GameSir, who sent us controllers, and we're going to be reviewing them. I asked Patronus Squad exclusively which one they would like to see first, and that's the one I'll make a review of. I'll make a short and post it on a Wizarding Wednesday live stream sometime in December. If the MMO turns out to be great, I'm scared to touch it in case I get too hooked. Yeah, that's the thing with MMOs. Success is not going to be just from sales. It's going to be based on player counts and how long those player counts are high. Because if it drops like a Quidditch Champions, then it's going to be considered success. Because it's going to be, if those player counts drop, it's going to be considered not a success. Because online games are all about player counts and retention, trying to keep people engaged and playing the games and stuff. So, but I think they're going to knock it out of the park. Jared Burbach, the game director, like Alan 2 for Hogwarts Legacy, has a great background. It's coming from Bungie and so many other games. Was it Valorant? I can't remember. But he knows what he's doing. So, and I trust Avalanche Software with the hiring process. So. They know what they're doing as well. The controllers are fire. I think so too. I think so too, Steffe. We'll get for Hogwarts Legacy's 3rd anniversary. I hope it's mods for consoles. We'll see, man. We'll see. How much time I put in the World of Warcraft in high school? I'm doomed. I know. Still, bro, that's crazy, Becky. Still 10,000 people currently playing Hogwarts Legacy on Steam right now. That's almost a 3-year-old game. That's insane. Need mods on consoles, yeah, so I can get back and play it again. That's the thing. That's why I was so upset about the DLC. Like, we needed an excuse to come back to the game. And, like, mods on consoles is harder to do than a DLC. And we know they were working on a DLC. And we know they canceled the DLC, at least according to Jason Schreier, who usually doesn't miss of Forbes. So, yeah. Or no, Bloomberg. But great question. Becky, what don't you want to see in Hogwarts Legacy 2 in terms of gameplay and storyline? Ooh, I mean, easy question, easy answer. I don't want to not see Merlin Trials. I don't want Merlin Trials to be the only way to expand your gear. And I want the Merlin Trials to be something else. You might not even get it. Oh, Martin is the man. Martin sending 10 gifted Membies to the chat over on YouTube. If you are a recipient of this, please thank Martin, and I need gifts and nifflers in the chat. Let's go. Even on Twitch, gifts and nifflers in the chat. Thank you, Ghost Steps over on Twitch. Hold it down. Martin, thank you, bud. It's impossible to play Quidditch. No one's on it. Yeah, I know, Chris. I tried it. I booted it up this weekend. It only took like 2 minutes to find a game, but it was in the middle of a match. So, LOL, James forever traumatized by the Merlin trial. But that's one. Another one I don't want to see, or at least I'd rather see reworked. Because like this, I don't think there's anything I don't want to see that came from the first game. Because I think ideal-wise, it was there. Execution might have been off, in my opinion. But I don't know if there's anything I don't want to see gameplay-wise. Narratively, though, the game has to be about us. The game wasn't about us in the first game. So narratively in the sequel, it has to be about us. It has to. The keepers don't matter anymore. We closed that chapter concerning Ranrock and Isadora's influence with ancient magic and the ancient magic repository under Hogwarts. Like, the only thing that we should be carrying on from the ancient magic, from the storyline in the first game to the sequel, should be ancient magic repository and what we did with it. At least concerning ancient magic. That should be it. Keepers can stay and guide us continuously, because obviously they haven't gone anywhere. We still have their portraits. We still have the sacred chamber. So the keepers aren't going anywhere. Isadora's defeated. Ranrock's defeated. Her influence might not be done, which I would love to see, because she is like a Morgana type. So maybe she has an influence on somebody else, and maybe she's the eventual big bad. I would love to fight her one-on-one, because it took like all the keepers to defeat her. But yeah, give us a storyline that's just on us, bro. Focus on us. So that's narratively what I don't want to see. I don't want to see the story focused on other people, not us. Because we're supposed to be like Harry. That's what they promised. We're supposed to have the experience like Harry, and we're the chosen one, and we're the ones. And the reason Harry resonated with the overall story, because yeah, he was the chosen one, but he had a connection to the overall story because he survived Voldemort's killing curse. So we don't have anything like that we know of to that degree yet with our character. We're just thrusted upon this world as a character and told goblins are bad, ancient magic is good and bad based on your perspective, and you need to fix this for us. That's all we got. Like, that's the story in general. And the fact that a companion had a better narrative and overall emotional pull regarding their story, i.e. Sebastian Sallow, that didn't rub me the right way. Great story. Loved playing through it. We should have had a better story. I would just be, because if you think about it, that would be like Ron having a better story arc than Harry. One could say Neville did, if you want, but we really didn't explore Neville that as much as some people wanted to. Sue loves Neville. So it would be to that effect. Sebastian Sallow having a better character arc and overall emotional pull narratively than us. It would be the same as, Neville doing so with Harry. And I don't think that's fair. Give us an interesting story like Seb's. Exactly, Becky. Exactly. They need to drop the Harry Potter crossover on Fortnite. Or was that a lie? Apparently, according to trusted leakers and data miners, that's true. That's true. It's happening. So, yeah, they do need to drop it, though. Because I want to try it. You guys get to see me suck, but we get to suck together for those of us. Anyway, let me see. Perez, again. I already answered that one. GTO, did Wizards Unite wrap up the story well before going offline? Lumos in the chat for Wizards Unite. Yes, I would say. And those who played Wizards Unite, let me know. Let me know if you disagree. I think they wrapped it up pretty well. It was rushed, and you could tell they wanted to do more. But it was always about saving the London Five, getting Grimm and Penelope back, and they did that. Finding out who was the cause, Gareth Greengrass, and of course, Constance, I'm sorry. I think they wrapped it up pretty well. Pause. Sorry, Chris. I don't know. Year one Longbottom was pretty annoying. LOL. Stop bringing back trauma asking about Wizards Unite. It was a great question. I'm crying already. I know, man. I play Pokemon Go all the time. I help like do some filming and stuff with our local group. And it's a great way me and the kids go out and play. It's like our thing outside of sports. Get some exercise, walk around, and we have a huge community. The last event we had like over 400 or 500 people for the wild event. But anyway, every time I play Pokemon Go, obviously made by the same company, developers, Niantic, who no longer own it anymore. But every time I play Pokemon Go, the Pokestops I see as inns and greenhouses, and the gyms I see as fortresses and all this stuff. So, yeah, I miss that game. But narratively, I think they did wrap it up pretty well. I do have the story, so if anybody's interested in the overall story, all the dialogue from the NPCs and all the characters, I believe Mark Zielman sent it to me. So if you guys are interested, DM me on Discord or on Instagram, and I'll send you a PDF of the files. So, zoologist. Yeah, he was I'm Magi. Do you want to see? Wait, what I don't want to see is microtransactions during gameplay locking content behind paywalls. Ezio, I'm of two minds when it comes to microtransactions and paywalls. I'd pick a career as an Unspeakable or an Aura, says Moonlily. Personal hope. Comcast Universal picks up WB. Slim, I know. Yeah, they already have Universal in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal. I think Universal is the perfect place to pick up WB. I think, yeah. But microtransactions, Ezio, I'm just going to say it. I'm okay with it if it doesn't get in the way of gameplay. If you're able to play the game in its entirety without it. I'm okay with microtransactions in Hogwarts Legacy sequel and moving forward. The MMO is going to have microtransactions, obviously. But moving forward, if they decide to do microtransactions in Hogwarts Legacy 2. This is a hot take. I said it like a couple of weeks ago, and it was like 50-50. But I'm okay with it as long as it's not something you have to complete the game. Or they're not blocking content just to get people to pay. There's a study with mobile games, for example. Wizards Unite, Pokemon Go, what's the big one right now? Mobile games. Like, name a mobile game, Magic Awaken. Name a mobile game, they all have this same thing. People don't realize, and I forgot the study. I'll be sure to post a link in the description at the end of the video. I was listening to Luke Stevens, who was talking about this as well, because Into the Wild is a new game from NetEase as well, or Tencent, and that's a free game, and it's a mobile game, and they just put out like a $46,000 like thing in the game, right? And this is the case for almost 100% of mobile games, anything that has microtransactions. Over 90% or so of the community who play those games don't spend money. An even smaller majority, less than like 9%, definitely less than 10%, maybe have like a battle pass or a subscription part, $10 a month so you can get, you know, the nice stuff or extra keys and stuff in Magic Awakened or whatever, right? And then there's the like 1% and even like a fourth, like 1/4 of that 1%, who are what we call whales, who spend thousands upon thousands of dollars a month on a mobile game. Those people by themselves are funding the free updates you might see in the mobile game or a free-to-play game, are funding, honestly, the game in its entirety. And so extrapolate that, just that concept, just that percentage breakdown of the player base. Apply it to if we got microtransactions on Hogwarts Legacy 2. And we see this as a working theory because Assassin's Creed Shadows just announced, and the game director broke down and talked about, yeah, we don't like having microtransactions either from a game development because it's like a curse word. Microtransactions is like a curse word. But we just got an amazing update with parkour in Assassin's Creed Shadows and Claws of Owaji, a DLC, all for free. And the reason we were able to get all those things for free because that 1% or that 1/4 of the 1% the whales who spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for Assassin's Creed Shadows are literally funding the DLC that we just got from Claws of Owaji and the new updates with the new updated parkour and this collab they have with Attack on Titan. Assassin's Creed is a single-player game. It is not a multiplayer game. But they do have microtransaction options if you want. And those things you can buy with your regular money, you can also earn by playing the game. And I think that's a great balance. Now, yes, Ubisoft, you're like, oh, James, don't even say Ubisoft. I get it. But you don't need it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a great example of being able to play the game, being able to enjoy the game. Don't worry about content being cut off by a paywall. And yet, getting free updates because of those whales who want to spend money. Because there's people who want to spend money on this franchise. And I know Harry Potter fans love spending money on Harry Potter. And if we had that option, can you imagine getting free DLCs? Can you imagine getting free updates? Can you imagine getting free all of those things? Which we just got a free update last year with the summer update. But I'm just extrapolating that. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Look at what Bethesda does with the microtransaction stuff. I didn't mess. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me, Perez. I did not mention Bethesda. The way Bethesda does it, I do not agree with. I do not agree because even the mods and the paid mods you have to do, I do not agree with how Bethesda do it, which is, again, funny enough, I'm referencing Ubisoft as a better comparison and a better way to do things than Bethesda, which, like, 10 years ago, who would have thought that was the case? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and the microtransactions are cosmetics only. Exactly. Yeah. Much better example than Shadows. Shadows drove the company to be bought out. Shadows didn't drive the company to be bought out, to be fair, Mr. Meows. It was already on the verge because it started going down after Valhalla. Because Mirage didn't make it that much money. Even though this new Mirage DLC is amazing. Mirage didn't make it that much money. If you look at the stock after Valhalla from 2021 to now, it was already going down drastically. Shadows was like the last straw. But it was already going down. So yeah, I know. It's microtransactions, but that's just my opinion. James, have that ear at Avalanche. Can you make sure we get way more gear space, bro? I hope so. I'll see what influence I have left. I think that would work best for the MMO, not Hogwarts Legacy 2. I agree, Perez. I agree. But looking at Hogwarts Legacy now and how nobody plays it, even though we still have like 10,000 people on Steam playing it, that should be a lot more. And if we had more content, that would be way more. And I'm looking at the microtransactions thing as readily having updates every year at least. With microtransactions, that allows you to do that. Unless Avalanche just wants to do it for free, and like then we don't need microtransactions. But I agree that would work best. Hey, Pish Posh, what is good? Good to see you. Happy Merlin Monday. The almighty whales, they keep free-to-play games funded. Yeah, you already know that, Moon Lily. I'm fine with them as long as they're not required to progress and they don't make the game feel punishing to play. Yeah, and that's the flip side of microtransactions. Sometimes they make the game denser and a lot harder to play so that it'll force you to use microtransactions, and that's something WB won't do because they tried to do that with, what was it, Shadows of War, I think, and they got obliterated. Online. So they're not going to do that. And Alan 2 and the crew over at Avalanche Software, there's probably no way we'll have microtransactions at all. But understanding the new leadership and them wanting to do always on live service stuff, just so they can have their stock be consistent or a consistent stream of revenue. To be able to have a consistent stream of revenue with one of your top performing games ever, like Hogwarts Legacy, I think it would make sense. I think both parties would be fine if we can find that balance, because it's all about balance at the end of the day. What is the name of the Discord to talk about Hogwarts Legacy theory? It's in the description. You should see like socials and links. You should see the Discord, Demigod Hades. Agreed with WB. We're talking, give them an inch and they'll take them out. Yeah, I know. And yeah, you're right. They've been known to do that. CurseForge is probably keeping Hogwarts Legacy afloat. The trouble is that the majority of mods are cosmetic, whereas it doesn't add too much to new gameplay. Yeah, sadly. And they, like, some of the even dungeons and stuff we had are like gone now. Like gone. So yeah. All right, let me get to these next questions. Dylan. Do we think that Poppy will achieve the goal of being the... I'm not even acknowledging that question, Dylan. I'm not even going to... I need Poppy with... I don't even know if I still have that emote. I'm not even acknowledging that question. Poppy is a saint. How does everyone feel about paid mods? No. CurseForge seems to be doing fine, and they're paying out the mods who are making it. Yeah, I need all the Poppy emotes in the chat right now to go against this evil question that Poppy is trying to be evil and play out her villainous role in the sequel. Okay, with as long as there's a preview is given before buying the mod. I don't know. Did they mention Poppy being a secret student of Merlin? They did not, Harley. There's no way Poppy can. Poppy, I think, is an ancestor of my boy, my favorite Hufflepuff of all time, Newt Scamander. But that's a different theory altogether. Dylan. I mean, gosh, evil Poppy. Get out of here. Quincy. JK wanted this pronunciation, but what do you think about how they say he who should not be named? Neville's accent, Snape's voice grew on me, but Harry and Ron's voices sounded similar. So he's referring to the audiobook, Quincy is. I'm assuming. I think it works. A lot. Sue was one of those people who didn't like Snape's voice, the voice actors for Snape in the audiobook. I think like you, it grew on me. Neville was fine. I think it works. It feels authentic. as well. The accents, at least, Quincy, regarding the audiobooks. Yeah, yeah, I like it. 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 Mr. Meow said didn't like Snape either. Ooh, interesting. Poppy's actually Tom Riddle's great grandmother. Mr. Meow, get out of here. And I'm a huge Snape simp. Yeah, like it was fine. It was fine. Like I wasn't like, oh, this is the best Snape ever. No, but I thought it was fine. But yeah, Sue was one of those people like Mr. Meow who didn't enjoy Snape's voice. Yeah. Snape's voice is slowly working his way into me like oil in your ears. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. Does everybody feel like this regarding the audiobooks? What up, King James Pete? Happy Wizarding Wednesday, aka Merlin Monday. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're having a good Monday. I loved Hagrid so much. Mark Addy did such a good. Hagrid was nailed. I thought, yeah. Good description. Yes, this is bad casting. Let's not cope. Are we talking about the TV show or the audiobooks? Because the audiobooks, I agree. Audiobooks, I don't know if it's bad casting. I might be closer. Both. I'm waiting to see with the TV show, but initial thoughts. My question with the TV show with Snape casting is why? Why would you go such a direction like that? So I need that, but that's not, if we're going book accurate, which they claim to be, that's not book accurate at all. Like it's not book accurate. So they have to explain themselves because a lot of people are like that. Regarding the audiobooks, I'm more forgiving because it's audio. Yeah, but yeah. Alan Rickman ruined Alan Rickman ruined everything. Which is crazy to think about because I would have said the same with Robbie Coltrane. But like this Hagrid in the audiobooks is perfect. I think what's his name is going to kill it for the TV show as well. Robbie Coltrane is Hagrid. Because like I think the perfect castings from the from the movies was Snape and Hagrid. Professor McGonagall even, yes. And Professor Trelawney maybe, yeah. But the kids are the kids. Like there's no like everybody's going to be a perfect casting. You get to grow up with the kids. So I'm not worried about that. But the adults, Alan Rickman ruined everything. Like he was just perfection. Yeah, I did catch him with the saying a silent T. Yeah. And I think that was good. Hagrid's voice was great. Yeah, agreed. Wizarding Monday now. Hey, what did I miss? Cafe Fungus. No, this is just for this week because we have Thanksgiving Thursday and people traveling Wednesday, the day before, and people getting ready. So we decided to do it today. So this is not the norm. Let's keep it real. Rui, yeah. I acknowledge. I thought it was good. Could have cast it differently, but when could you not? Yeah. Agreed, Elsie. I believe both Alan and Robbie were thought of by J.K. when she was writing the characters. Rui, I believe so as well. I think she even said that. Definitely with Hagrid. I gotta find that quote, that video quote for Snape. Snape was perfect in movies. That's why I think they went a different route for the TV show. Yeah, to go away from comparisons. But again, if you're touting book accuracy, the fans have a valid point to, go against the casting. I'm not going to do that because, direction-wise, creativity-wise, I'm going to wait and see. But I acknowledge you said one thing and then the casting proves something differently, and you bring up you're going to draw unwanted attention to something that shouldn't be drawn attention to when it comes to Snape as and this actor. So I agree, but I won't judge Snape actor casting till I see the performance. Alan Rickman definitely made Snape come to life. Those are huge shoes to fill. Yeah, yeah. Hagrid sounds like how I'd imagine. Yep, a half giant, half man. Yeah, yeah. The Hagrid voice actor in the audiobooks is awesome. Agreed, Martin. Agreed. Audiobooks is so good. So good. I gotta get Sue's opinion if she is able to get here on time. I don't like the narrator of the new audiobook. She got the energy of someone narrating the migration of Canadian geese on BBC. Yo, that is strangely accurate. I love what's her name? It's not Bobo. It's Jumbo or whatever. I love her. I love the narrator. But no, it is like a BBC. Oh my god, it is like a BBC nature voice narrator. It does have the same vibes. That's hilarious because she's not doing the voices like all the previous audiobooks. We have the full cast. I like her. I like her. I like her. I like it. Now I see what you're saying, but I like it still. The rest of the cast is great. I think the music could have been better. Yeah, the music was underwhelming for sure, but the sound effects are amazing. I don't think that would happen, to be honest, says Ezio. Should Daniel Radcliffe play James Potter? I don't think Daniel's coming back to the IP at all. So, send her to the king. Isn't that why she's the perfect narrator, though? Exactly, Rui. Exactly. She's like, she's there, but she's not like taking over. You know what I'm saying? She's like filling in the blanks where the actors aren't filling. It's not the voice actor's fault. Yeah, it's not. Jumping in for a second, if you watch the behind the scenes video, this was a conscious decision to have the narrator not use emotion. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. Happy Merlin Monday, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Well said by Cindy. She was to be this, so the actors can do this. Yeah, exactly. But there are similarities. All can be true. But that was on purpose. As Cindy points out. Did you see the Rupert Grint send a letter to the new Ron Alistair Stout? I did. He sent it early in the process, apparently, like right after the casting was announced. So I think he might have sent the letter before Daniel Radcliffe sent his to Dominic McLaughlin. So the main three are practically blacklisted from Wizarding World projects for now because of everything that has happened online. I don't think blacklisted. I think they just don't want to. Because if they said they wanted to, Wizarding World would have them. So I don't think blacklisted is the correct term. I think they just don't want to be a part of it. Whereas Bonnie Wright, Ivana Lynch, the Phelps twins who are hosting the baking show, obviously Tom Felton and everybody else, they're like, hey, I'm here for it. So, hey, Potterhead Mando's back. Hope everything went well. I'm going to give the series a chance, but I'm very sensitive because of what we grew up with. So, yeah, we shall see. Yeah. Well said, Jay. Well said. I need a narrator voice to drive me in if I'm good bored. I don't think so. There's no way you could be bored with the audiobooks now. With, like, all the sound effects that's happening, there's no way you could be bored. All right. Next question. For Perez again, talking about the Veil. Do you think... Oh, yes, the Veil. Do you think we'll see or talk to Professor Fig in Hogwarts Legacy 2? He might not be completely done as we thought. That's a two-parter. Okay. Fig in Hogwarts Legacy 2. I'll start with that. I think over-under, it has to be like... I say under 10% chance. It's not like Star Wars with the Force Ghosts or anything, or like maybe there's a sequence where we have a duel with somebody and like the memories of the characters, like Harry in Goblet of Fire, starts coming out or something. I forgot what it was called. Was it Priory in Katana? I can't remember. So I think it would be less than 10% chance. Maybe a flashback. So if you want to count that as technically seeing Fig, I'll up the percentage. But like talking to him and everything, I don't see that being likely. Now, the veil is something interesting. Because we all know the veil is death, per se. Like, once you cross over, like, you go to the realm of death. Even if that is a realm at all, or whatever you want to call it. The other side, you hear it. Harry heard it. Like, we hear the whispers of ancient magic. Harry heard the whispers of other people on the other side of the veil. So, what would be interesting is not only seeing Fig, but possibly our parents, if they're not alive narratively, which is why we were with Fig in the first place. I think the veil and ancient magic definitely have a similarity, especially based off the mechanics of Hogwarts Legacy. If you notice, whenever we go through the different areas, whenever we go through those gates, again, like the veil, the archways during the Keeper's trials, you notice like the red on the outside of the screen. It's the same red effects that you get when you get hit or when you're about to die in the game. And so I kind of tied two and two together. I'm like, hey, what if, this is like, this other side is like death or whatever. And that's why you have the archways that are similar to the veil, all this other stuff. So I would love to see the veil explored, just like we saw the what is it called? The dish, the memory dishes. Not Porky's. The oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank? It's Monday. The what are they called, chat? Where you drop your pensives? I knew it started with P. Pensives, thank you. Thank you, Moonlily. Just like we kind of explored pensives as a mechanic in the first game. Pensives are like as ancient. Especially at least the one that was left at Hogwarts. Grounds had a pensive there before the castle was built, when Rowena and the four founders were led to that location. They found a half-buried pensive. And so just like the pensive, we know the veil or that archway, the ministry or whoever built the ministry in London built it on top, the ministry on top of the location where the veil is. And so these ancient artifacts like the veil, like the pensives, like the Deathly Hallows, all seem to have ties to pulling something from the past or something that is not natural, whether it's finding memories, pulling memories, using it to like death, like Deathly Hallows conquered death. Well, the veil is death on the other side, we assume, or at least the domain or the dimension of death, it feels like, is on the other side of the veil. And the only way to get to it is to die. And so there's just a lot of similarities with the mechanics we saw with the archways in Hogwarts Legacy and the veil and just ancient magic in general. And I think ancient magic is a great answer to a lot of the things we can't explain, especially with how the Hollows were made and how powerful the old witches and wizards were back in the day with the Christus and all of these guys, and the maker of the Dementors and the maker of the Hollows from the brothers, the Prever brothers, and like so many other things. So I would love to see that explored, because we're exploring ancient magic, so why not explore these ancient artifacts? And I think the veil is a great way to do it, especially if we do go to the Ministry of Magic, where ancient magic is studied. it would be cool to come across the veil and be like, what's that? And we learn more about it. So I think it works. I think it works. I think it works. She had the dream. She built the staircase. She was the brains of the operation. Giving love to Rowena. Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know the story, let me see. The Hogwarts Pensive. I just let AI talk about it. Actually, Harry Potter. Blah, blah, blah. This is not. Oh, it talks about pensives in general. Hogwarts being built. I hate the new website. I prefer Pottermore back in the day. I prefer Pottermore back in the day than this new one. Who was there a half buried Hogwarts pensive? Yeah, so if you look, again, I'll let AI talk about it. The legend is that the Hogwarts pensive in the headmaster's office was found half buried in the ground by the 4 founders of the school, which led them to build Hogwarts on that spot. This ancient stone basin was discovered before the school was built and became an object of the school itself rather than belonging to an individual. And that, bro, I'm telling you, bro. That's why I'm about to go on a rant. I'm about to go on a rant. I'm trying to calm down. I don't want to lose it. The Hogwarts Legacy was a lie. At least the title. The title was a lie. If the legacy is ancient magic, I think it should have been called something else. Because it's not Hogwarts Legacy. It's just a legacy. It's just a legacy of being secret with ancient magic that we continued from the keepers. But if it's Hogwarts, the school's legacy, we can talk about this. Because if you don't know, pensives are usually... oh, I misspelled it. I before E except after C. Pensives are usually found buried with a powerful witch or wizard. A pensive, let me see. Very rare and powerful magical item. Rare. They were magical device used to store and review memories. Pensives were rare because only the most advanced wizards ever used them. And because the majority of wizard kind is afraid of doing so. So we have this pensive on Hogwarts grounds that we talked about here. That's just there. That's just half buried. Who did it belong to? Who did that pensive belong to? Because again, and this quote is from Pottermore because I remember reading it on Pottermore back in the day. Very rare and powerful magical item. Rare and powerful. Just sitting half buried where Hogwarts will eventually be built. So I think the legacy, or Hogwarts Legacy, is actually whoever that pensive belonged to. I think that's the legacy right there, which is how Hogwarts came to be made, because let's see. Because we all know the story. If you don't, I'll go over it quickly. Because that way I have receipts and you guys just aren't hearing a crazy guy talking on a Monday. Surrounding mountains, blah, 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 blah. Entrance, forbidden forest. Scottish Highlands in the setting, blah, 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 blah. Rowena. They don't have anything about Rowena, do they? Good gracious, this is a long... Hold on. Okay. Supported by magic, unable to be maintained or constructed by any means. Good examples. Okay, here we go. The moving staircase, the ever-changing floor plan, features contributed by one of the 4 founders, Rowena Ravenclaw. Hogwarts was also protected by numerous ancient spells, such as the anti-disapparition jinx. This could, however, be overridden, blah, blah, blah. So, like, it's ancient is all over Hogwarts. Like, just a magic that nobody understands. And the fact, let me see, Rowena Ravenclaw, Dream of Hog. Yeah. So Rowena Ravenclaw is credited with choosing location and name of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry after having a dream about a warty hog. According to the popular universe theory, she dreamt that a warty hog led her to a specific cliff by the lake. This precise location in the Scottish Highlands is where she and the other 3 founders decided to build their school. The name Hogwarts is believed to be derived from the dream. So Rowena Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw Love in the chat, had a dream that led to this location where Hogwarts is built. This location that she had in a dream, that a hog or a warty hog led her to the location, happens to also be the location of a half-buried pensive. A pensive, which is an item that is a very rare and magical and powerful magical item. So this very rare and magical powerful item is sitting at the location that Rowena had a dream about, where they decided to build Hogwarts. That's your legacy right there. That's the legacy of Hogwarts right there. What drew or gave Rowena that dream? Why not ancient magic? Whose pensive did that belong to? Why not the first person who we found out about having the ability to use, manipulate, and control ancient magic and got it late, like us, like Percival, like Isadora? Why not any of those things? Because all of that ties to the school and now ties to us in a way. And I think that's Hogwarts Legacy. The story we got is the Keeper's legacy. Has nothing to do with Hogwarts. The only thing that has anything to do with Hogwarts is they were teachers and they hid the ancient magic repository. But that's the legacy of Hogwarts. Ancient magic calling to the founders to build it on a place where a powerful wizard or witch had their half-buried pensive located. What's to say ancient magic didn't call out to the founders, particularly Rowena, in the first place, just like possibly ancient magic called out to us and triggered us and our ability to use it to help save Hogwarts from what Ranrock was already doing, or what Isidora is possibly still doing. See you, Becky. So that's why I hate the title, because it has nothing to do with it. Rant away, Jay. Time alert, 6 o'clock. Thank you. So it's, yeah, bro. Hogwarts Legacy has nothing to do with Hogwarts, and honestly has nothing to do with us. But you have, and the crazy thing is, I know they know so much lore, and you have a story that's all about memories, with us using a powerful magical item, the pensive, which happens to be also in Hogwarts. Like, why not keep the Keeper trials going, but now with the founders, and we go through their memories in the second one, and now in the third one we go back to that pensive, and we find the very first memory that Rowena Ravenclaw and the other founders found, not theirs. They found a memory that was tied to that half-buried pensive. And it's the memory of the very first person who was able to manipulate ancient magic, where possibly a tribe or a small civilization of witches and wizards thrived in. And now they left for whatever reason, something happened, and they were buried. One of their most powerful witches or wizards were buried there, or at least left their more powerful artifact half buried there, so no one can use it. And now Rowena Ravenclaw, through ancient magic or whatever, is being summoned and is being brought to this exact location, possibly, where this old civilization, this old tribe, that consisted of possibly the very first person who was able to use ancient magic and started late like us. Like, that would be so dope, because we've never heard this story before. We've never heard of a person starting late, a 5th year, and being able to use ancient magic. And now, with our introduction to the story, we find out there was 2 others, with Isidora and Rackham. Who was the first then? Who was the first? So, yeah. What if it was a goblin pencil? Bro! And that's why Ranrock is tied to it? Bro, that would be insane. That would be insane. Yeah, we need the author eventually give us back a story on the... give us back the story of the pencil, yeah. But the question is why? Why us? What makes us so special? The ancient magic chose us. Is it a bloodline legacy of a once great witch or wizard or coven? That's the thing. Maybe. Or Merlin. We know Merlin can use ancient magic. Merlin was one of the first students. I think our chance is the legacy. I think our character is the legacy of Hogwarts. No, we are. But that legacy, because if you look up the definition of legacy, if you look up the definition of legacy, this one, let me see. Believe me, because I looked it up like 80 billion times for all my theory videos back in the day. Something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor or from the past. So this is the big one. Something such as personal property or money that is willed to someone by a person who has died. Right. So this can be true with the keepers, but this is more to the point. Something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor or from the past. And we all agree legacy, ancient magic has something to do with the legacy. Whether it's the Ancient Magic Repository, that's the difference. But Ancient Magic has something to do with the legacy that is worded in the title of Hogwarts Legacy. And so hiding it or revealing it doesn't feel like a legacy to me. It doesn't feel like something important to base the title on. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't hold a heavy weight like possibly Merlin passing Ancient Magic to us, just like is Morgana passing it to Isadora. Like that holds weight. That feels like something transmitted or received from an ancestor or predecessor or from the past. That us getting our power from Merlin or somebody else, like Isadora, possibly from Morgana, that kind of ties into it. Or Ancient Magic being passed to us from Hogwarts itself, or the original person who left their pensive at the site where Hogwarts would in the future be built. That feels like something passed down from the past. I think it has to be a person. I don't think it be the school itself. It can, but I think a person would hold heavier weight, which is why I carried on with the Merlin theory for as long as I did. But if it's somebody before Merlin, before the founders, that the pensive belonged to, boy, now we're cooking, and now we can explore something that has never been explored without getting in the way of what has already at least been established so far, if only but a little bit, with the founders, with Merlin, and with everybody else. We can have an entirely new character, just like they have an entirely new way of receiving magic through starting late and using ancient magic. That's totally new, something unfounded, not talked about in the Wizarding World at all before Hogwarts Legacy. Why not continue that and go all the way back to the first person and have the pensive belong to that person? And now we start getting into stuff that's happening, because maybe there was a bad situation and that person passed on, but it left traces, which is why we have traces of ancient magic around in the first place, which is possibly why traces of ancient magic was hidden and have disappeared. Like, you could play around with all of that and just have it tied back to this person. Bro, man, let me write Hogwarts Legacy 2, bro. Bro, you're playing with house money now. You can do your own thing. I know they're going to have it tied to the movies, or I'm sorry, to the TV show. But bro, a wizard before Merlin, I won't allow it, James. Whatever, Stockies. Merlin was taught by Salazar. Whatever. So many Merlins in the chat. Touched by magic, magic born, Merlin-esque. I mean, all of that plays, Harley. The buried pensive is obviously part of an interstellar. Who said that? Mac. Oh my gosh. But Mac, I know you were joking. But we do know there's a space room. We do know, because I will find a way to connect stuff. You know this. We do know. We do know there's a space chamber. In the Department of Mysteries. Studying outer space. It's a dark room full of planetary models, blah, 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 floating in the air. Visitors in the room could find themselves floating in the air as well, and the guards discovered it as very odd. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Space could be just another dimension. That's all I'm saying. James, you should write Hogwarts Legacy too. Oh my gosh. I'm going to miss these when you get the job. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's an option. It's an option. That's all. Ancient magic is part of the known universe. I'm just saying. Space Wizards would go hard. I know Mech is joking, but that's something that has never been explored. Never. We just know the Department of Mysteries with the Unspeakables are exploring it for whatever reason. That's all we know. For what that reason is, I don't know. And what would the space chamber look like in today's time with today's technology? I'm just saying. Jedi. Giant space hamsters shoot. Check D&D. There's a thing called a Spelljammer helm. It makes spaceships fly. Just there is actually. I think Mike introduced me over at Friggin' Nerds. Introduced it to me actually. Oh my gosh, bro! Don't get me started. I'll find a way to connect it. Space Marine was the guidance system of the. So we found the veil, the guidance system of the ship, all in the same area, and the Ministry of Magic decided to build the Ministry of Magic on top of it. Oh my gosh. Oh, aliens. Oh man. I'm just saying. There's so much good lore. There's so much good lore that hasn't been explored. Little nuggets JK put out there on Pottermore. Some stuff we didn't need. We didn't need a deep dive in certain topics. I don't think we needed a deep dive in that she provided, but how Hogwarts came to be and the pensive in the headmaster's office being there before Hogwarts is pretty interesting. And since pensives were such a big deal in Hogwarts Legacy, why not continue it and maybe explore memories of the founders and whoever owned this pensive, the Hogwarts office pensive. So I think it makes sense and would be fun to explore narratively, in my opinion. And Avalanche, if you're watching, hit your boy up. I'm down. Hogwarts is a huge arc ship theory confirmed. No, it's not confirmed. Don't start. No, my stuff made sense. My stuff made sense. Don't do that. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna do it. Because what happens if we're going down the alien route, what happens if it was like alien manipulation messing with Rowena Ravenclaw and the aliens are actually look like hogs? And so the castle is called Hogwarts based on the aliens where she was manipulated to go and build it in the first place and stuff. And the pensive is a magical artifact, but also a technical artifact of the hogs that are the aliens that was pivotal to their spaceship. I'm just saying. I can make it work. I can make anything work. Jason family moving to LA. Welcome to the city. Oh my god. If I got the job, it would be in Utah. Granted, LA wouldn't be that far. Hire Avalanche. Avalanche hired Jace. It's official. Jace was finally lost. No, I'm just saying I can make anything work. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all are crazy. Alright, let me finish these last ones. Let me see. Adam. With the final repository in Hogwarts Legacy Dark ending where it looked like he inhaled the red colored magic, do you think it would have an effect on us with the sequel, also the keepers as well? Definitely an effect on us physically and emotionally if we inhaled that dark version of ancient magic. We know it changed to the original version of ancient magic after we used our wand and Fig's wand to seal up that loose ancient dark magic that came out of Ranrock when we defeated the dragon version of him. So we know it's back to normal now, but knowing emotions has something to do with the color, I guess, of ancient magic. It'll be interesting to see it come back if we went to like the dark side. So if we have choice, which we all want, if we have a choice to go dark or light, if we go dark, for example, embracing that false narrative of our character being a liar and ancient magic not being back or whatever, it would be cool to see our ancient magic power start to turn darker and darker like it did with Isadora. Now, granted, she was pulling negative energy out, negative emotions with ancient magic. So I don't know how that would work. Would we start pulling stuff from people? I don't know. But it would be cool to see a drastic shift in how ancient magic works based on our choices, dark or light. I think that would be cool to explore. Because we all want choices. We all want choices anyway. So I think that would be cool to see. Last ones. Since the wand chooses a wizard, can you actually upgrade a wand? Ooh, this is from Kramer. I feel like we've talked about this before. I don't think you can. But if your wand broke, there's an answer to it. But I don't think you can upgrade your wand. Because would it be really upgraded if it chose you in the first place? That wand that chooses you, the wand chooses the wizard, it's your perfect match, which means it's made for you. There's no other, like, higher version of the wand. And everybody forgets you're not really upgrading the wand, you're upgrading yourself and how you use magic. Voldemort and Dumbledore weren't powerful because of their wands. The only thing that made them more powerful was the Elder Wand when they had it. But we know during the duel between Grindelwald and Dumbledore, Dumbledore beat Grindelwald, and Grindelwald had the Elder Wand. So I don't think upgrading is necessarily tied to the wand. It's tied to your ability to use magic. Wands weren't a thing till much later. The original use of magic was through your hands, i.e. Wagadu. So I think that's the purest form of using magic. Wandless magic is the purest form of magic. So I don't think upgrade is a thing at all. I don't think upgrade is a thing at all, if that makes sense. Or at least upgrading the wand is a thing at all. You can upgrade yourself. When you get the job as community, I doubt I get it. As community manager, will you pitch these ideas to Avalanche team? In theory, I doubt they'll pick me, but if hey, Anita celebrated 21 months Patronus Squad. What's up, Anita? You just missed my aliens rant. Yo. But we'll play with this theory. Thanks to Gabe. If Avalanche Software decides to bring me in for community manager, I know Chandler had some influence on things. I don't know what influence he had narratively. I know he had influence on some things, but I don't know to what extent. But if I was able to have anything, yeah, I would throw so many ideas at them for sure. And like my ideas wouldn't have to be like for the main story. You can tie him to a side quest for if you want. Have an original character, maybe having a character that looks like me, take you down this path, and you explore ancient magic and talking about Merlin or something. Like, it wouldn't have to be tied to the main story. It could be a side quest. But if given the chance to work at a prestigious developer with a prestigious for a prestigious developer like Avalanche Software on an IP that's near and dear to my heart, yeah, I'll be throwing out so many stories. The narrative team, Morris Squire, and all them, they'd be tired of me. So, yeah, I would. Great question, Kate. Last three, Moon Lily. So we know the veil arches us send us different realities. Could it be used access hidden chambers that contain ancient magic knowledge, and located worldwide, maybe a way to avoiding the Ministry of Magic. Yeah. I feel like the pensives were from the keepers. Yeah. I think all of that has a possibility. Yeah. It's like you're walking, it's like you're exploring the Wizarding World, but from a different realm. So you have the normal Wizarding World with Diagon Alley that normal people see, and then you have the hidden one that's possibly on the other side, like the veil and everything else. So yeah, that would be dope, actually. Who said that? Moon Lily. That would be dope. And plant it all around the world, because obviously Hogwarts is like the only place with ancient magic. We know Ouagadougou. We know that, I think it was either the Brazilian or Japanese school had like some crazy powerful magic over there as well, in regards to the wizarding schools. So it would make sense that the Japanese government, for example, would be hiding some stuff that's maybe they've only found based on their region and their area of the world. Yeah, I would love that. I would see it happening more so in the third one, because then it would make whatever threat we would have in the game more global and not as concentrated to Hogwarts or Scotland or Great Britain. A global threat, especially with ancient magic, because I look at it like us being a nuclear bomb and the ministry getting their hands on it. How would the other governments react? I would love that. Ancient magic knowledge hidden across the world, but in different planes through the arches, like the keepers hid their trials and stuff. Bro, that would be dope. And you wouldn't even have to explore the other schools or governments in detail. It could be surface level areas like the Azkaban was in that quest, in the Hufflepuff quest. Ooh, that would be a lot of fun. Because also it's something that's never really explored are the other schools or the other governments. That would be dope. This would tie all the schools together, maybe. Yeah. Or at least the governments. Yeah, I love that. Thanks for the follow, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. We normally stream on Wizarding Wednesdays, talking theories surrounding Hogwarts Legacy in the Wizarding World. But today we have a special stream courtesy of the holiday in the United States, Thanksgiving, being this Thursday. So we decided to have it on Monday, so those celebrating can properly get ready, especially if you're going out of town and stuff. So, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Monday. James really wants a job. I have a job. I just got done with my other job, coaching, and now I'm back doing my other job, which is content creation. Trying to get back into the flow of things. You're a wizard, Harry. Is sound alerts not working still, Cindy? They all sound like a variation of the old thought experiment, the ship of Theseus. If you upgrade parts of the wand over time, by the time you swap out the last piece, is it still the original wand? Ooh, yeah, that's a great reference, Tim. Great reference. He's moving to LA. I was testing it earlier and it was working. Okay. I'm gonna have to use a new link. Not sounding over here. Okay. I'm gonna have to like delete it and re-put in like the link from sound alerts because I need my sound alerts. Let me see. But great question, Moon Lily. I played on Xbox. I hope I can use my same character on PlayStation, says Nikki. I think it's tied to the account. I don't. I don't think you could, Nikki. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think the save files can. Time warning. Ooh, got it. What time is it? 6:30. Okay. Nikki, I don't think it's cross-platform. I don't think the memory is cross-platform. Do you think our character can operate in Hogwarts Legacy 2 instead of Foo Flames? In year 6, I believe we should be able to. Even Natsai Onai talks about being able to operate as a 6th year. So we should be able to, technically. We should be able to. So if we go from 5th to 6th, or even if we skip from 5 to 7, where Dumbledore comes in, we should be able to operate. Obviously, you can't operate in school grounds, but we should be able to. All right, but great question. Last ones. I heard a rumor that Merlin came from space in a spacecraft. Harley, whatever. That is now repurposed as the room of requirement. What are your What are your thoughts? My thoughts are blasphemy. Merlin is a pure blood wizard from wherever he's from. From Europe. He's not from space. Oh my gosh. Are there any fan fictions of aliens in the Wizarding World? I would love to see that explored. I would love to see that explored. Sorry, not sorry. I couldn't help myself. Whatever. I would honestly love to see that explored. I would, because what would be our like? What would be their version of us and aliens? Like, what would be their version of that in the Wizarding World? Muggles, aliens, like we think aliens are a thing, some unexplored, unexplained phenomenon, UFOs, crop circles, stuff like that. What would be that for the Wizarding World? Would it be ancient magic? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I know you joke. I know all of y'all kids. Shout out to Mech for starting going us down this thought pattern with aliens and stuff. But that would be fun to explore. Ooh, do you know about all the Wizarding students they're teaching at? Area 51 is another school that's being hidden. Oh my gosh. Rubber ducks. Rubber ducks, true. Sorry, is it true? True. All right, last one. This is from Little Lady. I'm enjoying my Dark Hufflepuff gameplay. I did really well as a Slytherin on Xbox. But playing on the Switch 2 is really fun now that I can take it with me. Nice! Thanks for sharing. You're enjoying the game on like every platform, it sounds like, Little Lady. And Dark Hufflepuff. That's technically not canon even with Blackwood. Because there's no such thing as a Dark Hufflepuff. There's no bad Hufflepuffs at all. At all. So, you are having fun playing with something that would never happen, which is a Dark Hufflepuff at all. So, I'm glad you're having fun with it. Are you going with the Ravenclaw or Gryffindor on the Switch? Because if I read it right, Slytherin on Xbox. Oh, you're doing the Dark Hufflepuff now on the Switch. Okay, you're doing a Dark Hufflepuff now on the Switch. Yeah. Time check. I have to go. Have a nice rest of the day, everyone. Yeah, we're about to wrap up right now. See you, Martin. Thanks for the gifted Mimbies. Appreciate you, bud. You're on Blackwood. You're on Blackwood. Not canon at all. So there's no such thing as a Dark Hufflepuff. What exactly is functioning rubber duck, Arthur? Oh, don't put Poppy in there. Whatever. Whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out, man. This was fun. We got to talk about all our theories and answering you guys' questions. You guys have always have fun and interesting questions, nonetheless. So, uh, this was fun. This was fun. Raid ideas tomorrow. Oh yeah. Let me do the. Let me get my chocolate frog emotes and guesses in the chat. We're going traditional one. So I'm hoping it's a founder, since we were talking about the founding of Hogwarts, and I hope it's Helga. Obviously, I'll take Dumbledore. I think Dumbledore is possible on these as well. But yeah, Mario for sure. Bricks O'Brien. Ooh, Legend ZA and a bookathon. Ooh, Cindy, you pick. I'll stop in and say I before I get out of here and help make. I'm gonna make some. Gotta go to the store and make some steaks. So yeah, you pick. I'm down for it. Thanks for the raid idea, Cindy. Appreciate you. I know you're busy. Let me see. MS Spider Monkey. Thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, we got we got the chocolate frog emotes in the chat. And we got Lord James Mort for community manager. So Harley, oh my gosh. Helga or Rowena, but I'd laugh if it was Merlin. Merlin would be Merlin on a Merlin Monday would be. I've never seen a big Merlin card though, so I don't know if it's possible. Helga says Parrish, always. Moon Lily says, oh, we got Rowena. We got the Ravenclaw emote, so it's got to be Rowena, I'm assuming. I'm going with Dumbledore, says Micah. Let me see. We got more from Amelia. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. Ginger Stud, Merlin or Ginger Stud. Hangus and Salazar. Okay. Ooh, old school. Did you see mine? Potterhead Mando. What was yours? Oh, Rowena. Okay, I saw it. Thank you. Helga says Cindy. All right, Lockhart. Lockhart says Lizzie. Patrona Squad. All right, 3, 2, 1. What? You can get the regular ones on these? Daisy Dottridge? No. I'm not in. No, we have to get a founder. I've never gotten a regular one on these. They've always been a founder. All right, we have another one. Hold on. I'll be right back. I've never seen, this is my first time seeing a regular one on these. These were usually for the founders. Okay, we have one more. We have to get a founder. Hold on. All right, we got one more. We can't. We have to get a founder, somebody. And now I can't open it. I've gotten Sykes and Lockhart on those cards. We've always gotten a founder, or I don't have a Merlin big one. So that might be the new chase card. A Merlin version with the big card. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What? Beatrix Bloxam, author of the Toadstool. What? These new batches are stingy. What? Oh my gosh. Daisy Dodrich and Beatrix Blossom. Oh my gosh. No. No. Well, next time we'll see what we get. I've never seen not founders on these, so this was new, but vomit was a pun. We got vlogs. Yeah, exactly. But either way, yo, thank you guys for popping in on a surprise Merlin Monday in honor of the huge holiday we have this week in the United States. Hope you guys had a great Monday and a great start to your week. Spread Lumos to those who are around you because you never know who needs it. Lumos to a specific mod today who shared what's going on with her and her family. So yeah, just spread Lumos because you never know. And yeah, stuff happens, and try to be positive whenever you can. And if you can't, it's okay as well. Sometimes we have our good days, sometimes we have our bad days, but when you have a good day, try to spread it. And I hope, at least for these 2 hours, you had some level of positivity hanging out with me and this community and our theories, man. It's always a good time. And looking forward to being back next Wednesday with our normal bat time and bat schedule for Wizarding Wednesday at 4:30. So we'll be back. But above all else, again, if you celebrate it, I want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's full of food and quality time with friends and loved ones, and memories of loved ones. Looking forward to this Thanksgiving, and looking forward to hearing from you. If you guys have any food or pictures or just having fun, feel free to share in the Discord. Link in the description below. Hanging out. But we're going to get out of here. Twitch, we're going to raid whoever Cindy sends us to. And again, all the new follows. I think we got 2 new follows with who is this? Miss Spider Monkey, and what was the other one? There was one more. I can't remember the name. But thank you for the new follows over there, over on Twitch, and everybody here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Ryan Little. Ryan Little.
Japan.